Good morning, everybody. How you all doing? Hey, this is Tony here. Hey, what I'm going to do is, part of Shed Wars, we've got to be able to, I got to put my foot on the camera, it's getting windy here. We got to be able to show how to grow out of wicking, or out of tubs. And one thing I came across was back about 2 years ago, there was an Oklahoma meet, and I went down there, and Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, Dutch from Keeping It Dutch, the Crockers, they were there. It was just a real big meetup. Anyway, they met up, and part of it was put on by Leon. Gardening with Leon is his channel, and also that's where his nursery is. And his big thing was to show people how to garden with tubs, with containers, with drums. It didn't make a difference how you can do it. And I never done it, and I want to try two. One of them I'm going to put in for my, is going to be my eggplant, and the other one is going to be my cherry tomato. Now, earlier when I started my hydroponics, I pointed out all the plants and all that stuff, and I had two plants that I wrote down what they were, and I put one in a circle around it. One of them was eggplant, and the other one was a cherry tomato. All those in there was started from seed, 100%. Now, the ones with the circle with one is the one. That's the one that's noted. That's going to go in one plant in each one of these buckets, and we're going to grow it and see how it goes. I have never done it before. I actually know a couple of people that do it and absolutely love it. I just never had to. But we're going to give it a shot, and we're going to put this with Shed Wars and show you how to do it. You all may know, already seen this. You may know how to do it. Like I said, I've known about it for a couple of years. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you what to do and go from there. So we need to go ahead, and I have two containers. Here's one, and here's two. And these are containers that were used for, I guess, horse minerals and stuff. And you can get these cheap. I think I paid $10 a piece of these. Sometimes they give them away for free. Okay, the first thing they tell you to do is measure from 5 inches from the bottom up, and you're going to drill a hole. 5 inches up. Now, I want to stop here for a second. Let me mark the spot. Okay, that's 5 inches. All right, now, I want to explain something. I hope I get the explanation right. Trying to get this camera so I can show you guys without knocking my own camera over. All right, here we go. This is going to be, they're self-wicking tubs. Basically, we have these. These are corrugated French drain, I guess, or something. I forgot what you call them. Anyway, this is what he puts in the bottom. You're going to place two of these side by side in the bottom, and we're going to set them in just like this. Now, this is a 6-inch pipe, okay? You can do it with 4-inch pipe. The only difference with the 4-inch pipe is your hole is going to be on your tubs. Instead of it being right here, a 5-inch, it will be, you have to mark it at... Okay, in a wicking tub, if you use the 4-inch pipe, you drill the hole at 3 inches. So, 6-inch pipe is at 5 inches. 4-inch pipe is at 3 inches. You need to have that 1-inch airspace. So, mine are 6 inches. So, basically what we're going to do is, I measured from the bottom of this tub to here to 5 inches. So that means that my pipe is going to be an inch of clearance is going to be in here. The purpose is you're going to have air that's going to be down below where your root system is. Also, you're going to have a pocket of water. So I'll give you more detail on what we're going to do, the purpose of why we're doing this. So let me go ahead and drill this hole in this tub. I'm going to mark and drill a hole in this tub, and we'll continue. So let me go ahead and drill this hole. Okay, there we go. And there it is. That one right there is at 5 inches. So, all right, let me go ahead and, okay, the next step that I'm doing, we're going to kind of build it first, or not build it, cut the pieces what we need to cut, and then we'll put it all together. What you need to do next is find a piece of pipe, a PVC pipe. And he said the minimum of a 1 inch you can use. It don't make a difference. What this is going to be is your fill hole for water. So, I found this. It's just over 4 foot. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it and cut it in half. And another thing you have to do is you have to cut the pipe at an angle. And I will show you why that is when we're done. Why do I have twos? Because I have 2 tubs. Now, I'm gonna move the camera here on top of my tractor. The reason why you want to have this angle on your pipe is when you set your pipe in a bucket, you want to set in there like this. Hopefully you can see it. It has an angle so water can fill in. You do not want to put your pipe in this way, or you just need to cut it. If you put it that way, water can't get in. This is the way you want to go with water. So if you cut one piece of pipe, cut it in half, you've got both angles you need for 2 of them. So we'll have 2 that we're going to set in, 1 in each bucket, and it's going to go like this. Okay? All right, the next thing we got to do is I have to cut a 4x4 piece out of this garden fabric. And I'm going to mark it with a marker. There's 4 foot. There's 4 foot. All right, I'm going to use my sawhorse, and that will help out with my knees. So, what I've got to find now is find the 2 marks I just did. Let's see where they're at. It should be pretty easy to see. There's one, and here's the other. All right, so now I'm just going to cut straight across. All right, there we go. All right, what we got to do now is we got to cut a 4 foot section off this. And the 4 foot will be between this piece and this piece. I need to cut that way. Don't have to be perfect. Just need to cut it. All right, what we have now is a 4x4 piece of fabric that we're going to need for these tubs. All right, let me show you what we're going to do next. All right, here's my tubs. I'm going to move inside with less wind. As you can see, I'm going to point to it with this stake. If you can see, right here is the hole that we drilled earlier. It's 5 inches up, okay? 5 inches up that hole. Now, the bottom of this tub is 18 inches across. I cut mine anywhere between these right here. I have cut between 13 and 14 inches. That way, they fit in there. They've got to fit right in there, nice and snug and perfect. Now, you do not want, if you could see, the holes right here. Where are we at? I'm looking at the camera trying to show you. I don't need to do that. There's the hole. You want these pipes to sit the same point into that hole. You do not. This is a no-no. You do not want them sitting like that. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Reface them so that they're all pointing this direction, right at that hole. This pipe. Remember I told you earlier that you want it to sit pointed down, okay? You're going to want this sit pointed down in the tub as close as you can to this hole right here. And once again, remember I told you before that this is going to be a fill hole for your garden hose. So what we're going to do now for right now is I'm going to get the garden fabric, and then we need to wrap this up, and I'll show you what we got to do. We're going to tuck the fabric down and around the pipe. Tuck all that fabric around here. I'll show you when I get it all tucked in. There it is. What's going to happen is your fabric's not going to come out. Once you start putting your dirt in here, it's going to hold the fabric close together. Dirt will not go down low because we pushed up against here. So what we're trying to do right now is just get a good tuck right here, all the way around it. Also your pipe. Your pipe now will be installed right here. And remember that hole is right there. Remember, we want to put it this side down. So we're going to put this down this way in the hole, and then we're going to start filling this in with our dirt we have. So now what we're going to do is start bringing in the soil, and we're going to start filling up around the bag, around the inside, everywhere. Remember, this will stand up straight when we're ready. We're going to keep an eye wherever that hole's at. Hole's right there, so we'll keep that there. So now what we're going to do is just keep on filling this up. And what we're going to end up doing here is we're going to end up filling this up halfway. All right, there's halfway. Now we're going to go add some food to this. Okay, he talked about adding some Epsom salt in here. I don't remember how much, but I think it was like a half cup worth, I believe. I put bone meal in here. That will help good root growth. And I'm putting, once again, 10, 10, 10 in here. Now, I believe you said a cup of fertilizer. So we're going with right now, with that, whew, windy. And I'm going to mix it in just a little bit because I don't want my root system to actually lay on that. All I put in just now was only a half a cup of fertilizer. I need to go do more because I wanted to scoop this in here a little bit. So let me finish off and put some more because this is only a quarter cup fertilizer here. All right, this should be a cup. Once again, I'm just going to put a little bit more of the bone meal in here. And I'm going to scoot this around just a little bit. Now we're going to continue filling this hole up with more dirt. Okay, now, if you want to tidy this up to make it a little bit better, now it's okay to go ahead and fold this over, tuck it in the back, because the dirt is not going to go down in the water because it's already dirt's on the inside pushing pressure on it. So we're just going to keep on going, just fold this all over. Same thing over here. Just going to roll it over. Roll this part over here. And we get some. Kind of make it look, I try to make things look good, so anyway. There we go. So now we're just going to go ahead and push all this dirt along the edges up to it. And we'll top this thing off. Okay, here we go. Now, that's basically done. What I'm going to go ahead and do, I've got this bucket over here to fill up and do. And I will bring you back when that's done and I'll show you the plants. Alright, now I want you to take a look at this. I don't know if you can see it in this one, but can you see in that other one, do you see how the white post is going through the container right there? And it's real close to that hole? That's what we want. So we want that white pipe close to that hole right there. I clipped the wick off the bottom of this, okay? If you notice, there still is 2 plants here growing. For some reason, this and this one tomato plant and another one, those 3 in a row did not grow as good as the rest of them, and I don't know why. Being that these are behind a little bit, I'm going to leave these 2 together, and whichever one starts to really improve really good, the other one will go. Now, if you notice, there's a hole in this one. I punctured a hole in it moving it a little while ago. So we're going to leave it alone for right now. We'll see what happens. There's my Jubilee tomato plant, and I'll cut the bottom off that. There you go. And that is the other box is right beside me. We'll put that in there in just a minute, the other tub. So, for right now, I'm going to go down and I'm going to go ahead and dig a hole. And I'm going to kind of gauge it with this, and that's pretty close where we need to be with that. Pretty close. I'm going to go ahead and tip this upside down, push them through. There we go. Not too much root system. There is some, but not like the other ones I was showing before. All right, we put that in there, and now we're going to start backfilling all the dirt. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and do this one over here. Oh, you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to take this sticker off, and I'm going to put it on the sticker on the side of that container. There's that. For right now, put it right there. Let me put that here. Now we're down to this 1 tomato plant. There we go. So, we're going to go ahead and bury this one here too. Remember, I put all the fertilizers in there. I put all the bone marrow in there. I put Epsom salt down low. I'm not going to overdo it right now by putting some more in here, because it's, believe me, it's only another inch or 2 below that is where all that's at. So we don't want to do that. So now I'm going to recheck this, make sure that's a good height. I think it's a good height right there. Maybe put a little bit more back. I think that's good. So now what we're going to do is tip it upside down. You got a little bit more of a root system on this one. And there's that wick. Alright, let's put that in here. And I'm going to start backfilling this. There we go. I'm going to take off this sticker. And I will put it right here on this handle. So what I got to do now is we need to put water in these. Alright guys, when I was doing that video, I did this video 2 days ago. We had severe winds, and the video of me showing you to how I put water in there, it blew my camera over, and the video was running, and I guess it just messed up the video of that, and I really didn't know it until I was going through this, but I'm going to show you this here. What you do is you take your garden hose in, and you're going to stick your garden hose end inside here, and you're just going to keep filling it up, and you can see the water level right here. Now, you're going to fill it up until the water runs out. When the water runs out, you're done filling it. Then I move over to this tub. You put the garden hose in here. It'll take about a minute, and you fill it all the way up, and if this water level is right there right now, you're going to fill that all the way up till water runs out. When water runs out of that, I let it sit for another couple of minutes, and then I went back and top this off again, and then top that off. Now, I have not done nothing else to this at all. Alright, and you can see it's been, I did the video 2 days ago, and you can see the water level has dropped down, what, 2.5 inches? So it's wicking through. Look at this. That's nice and moist. Crazy, isn't it? I mean, I put a little water around here. Little. This, I can go deeper. It's wet all the way through. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. I did not put these outside last night. We had pretty low temperatures again last night. So, but that's what happens. You just put water down the white pipe until water comes out of there. Same thing with both of them, and then it's done. How to grow out of a container. Check out Leon's gardening. He's the one that supposedly come up with this idea, perfected it, everything. I have never done it, but I have some friends that do this, and they absolutely love it. What we'll do is you can see the water level right there, right where the little hole is. You can see there's eggplant, and the other one's up on the other side, and there's tomato. cherry tomato. So we'll keep an eye on what these do. All right, guys, sorry about that. I got a phone call, and that's my brother. And it looks like he's making plans to come on up for a little trip. Yeah. Yeah, he seen that I was hurting. He wanted to help. He's a, he's going to laugh at this. He's a city boy. Yeah, he's a city boy. So, all right, guys, look, I'm done with this container thing. I can hear him now. Get on the phone. All right, there you go. We're done. Look, I tried to, yeah, dummy me. I tried to put some hay on top, and I was going to wet it on there, and it just blew everywhere. These high winds. It's terrible. The winds are getting stronger. So the goal is we can always see where the water level is, and the goal is to keep water up to that area. And also, what happens with that little hole there? Now you have an inch space in that black tubing, so you'll have water being sucked up, wicked up into the dirt, and also you're going to have oxygen that's inside that tube that's being absorbed into that dirt also to help growth. So, all right, so this is done, and this is my show how I'm going to do this, but also it's a tip. It's a little deal that, you know, show people how to do stuff. So, all right, guys, we're going to go. You all have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Danny, I already hear you. All right, we'll see you later. Bye.